On Easter Sunday 2023, an elderly couple, Stephen and Carol Baxter, met a shocking fate at their home. Instead of enjoying their golden years, spending time with their grandkids, and going on vacations, their lives were tragically ended. And what's really strange, no one broke in, there was no violence, and it didn't look like they did it to themselves. So what exactly happened to this innocent couple? Welcome back to True Crime Tangles. Join us as we try to uncover the truth behind this chilling mystery. Stephen, age 61, and Carol Baxter, 64, lived in West Mersea on Mersea Island, Essex. They were big parts of the community and were members of the West Mersea Yacht Club. They got married in 2000 and had 2 children, Harry and Ellie Baxter. Carol was the managing director of Caspolsh, a company famous for its unique curved bath mats. Steve was her business partner and held a significant position at Jones Lang LaSalle, focusing on operational risk and assurance. The Baxters faced challenges despite their success and living in a £1 million home. Carol's health had been deteriorating. She was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, an autoimmune disorder affecting the thyroid gland. This illness caused her fatigue and impacted her memory and focus. Their daughter, Ellie, often noticed her mum acting strangely. So, on Easter Sunday, April 9th, 2023, she went to check on her parents. Not hearing from them for 2 days was strange, especially during a holiday weekend. Arriving at their house, Ellie noticed the closed blinds and saw that nothing had changed since her last visit. This raised her concern even more. Approaching the back of the house, Ellie saw her parents in the conservatory, sitting still in their chairs. Worried, she called their friend, Luke DeWitt, who lived close and dialed emergency services as well. Luke came quickly and took over. The couple was cold to the touch with no signs of violence. There wasn't any forced entry, except for the window Ellie broke to get inside. Worried about a possible gas leak, they opened up the house. When the police arrived, they talked to Luke to understand the situation. Luke DeWitt, a 34-year-old computer guy and friend of the Baxters, grew up on Mersea Island and still lived close by with his mum. He helped the Baxters with their bath mat business by making their website. Over time, he got close to them, popping in for tea, helping with medicines, and supporting Carol with her health problems. In the last 2 years of her life, Carol Baxter's health declined quickly. She showed signs that looked like dementia, Parkinson's, or even a stroke, even though she didn't have any of these conditions. The Baxters consulted several doctors for her symptoms. Carol regularly talked to Dr. Andrea Bowden, an endocrinologist from Florida, who prescribed herbal treatments for her thyroid issues. Investigators soon ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning as their cause of death. The toxicology report later showed the Baxters had taken fatal amounts of fentanyl. This drug isn't common in the UK but can be prescribed in serious cases. Carol also had a lot of promethazine, an over-the-counter sleep aid, in her system. Quite unusual, isn't it? Upon receiving the results, Essex police initiated a murder investigation. Ellie Baxter mentioned that her mom had grown increasingly desperate in the years leading up to her death and said that she'd do anything to feel better. Carol followed the advice of Dr. Bowden. Luke supported Carol by going to the gym with her and making health-focused smoothies. As Dr. Bowden was based in Florida, Luke recorded videos of Carol's condition for the doctor to assess. He also prepared herbal drinks for Carol as instructed by Dr. Bowden, even crafting energy bombs to boost her vitality. When Carol and Stephen passed away, Ellie reached out to Dr. Bowden first, reflecting their trust in the doctor. However, despite the herbal treatments, Carol's health didn't improve over those 2 years. Back in February 2022, Carol Baxter was hospitalized with abdominal pain, where a 177mm tack was discovered in her digestive system. And after the murders, more questions arose about Carol's treatment and its provider. Luke was the last person to see the Baxters alive on Good Friday, April 7th, at 7:55 p.m. Right before that, £6,000 was put into the company account, apparently by Stephen Baxter. A new will was also found at the Baxters' home, naming Luke as the new director of Carol's bath mat business, Caspolsh. However, this will soon turn out to be a forgery. Can you imagine the deceitful planning? In July 2023, after a 3-month investigation, Essex police arrested Luke DeWitt for Carol and Stephen Baxter's murders. The arrest was a shock for the West Mersey community. Luke had deep roots in the area, volunteering and being involved in local events. He was also known for his close relationship with Carol during their gym sessions. Some thought Luke was strange. An old friend even said hearing about his girlfriend was more surprising than his arrest. At 34, Luke liked video games and going to Comic-Con rather than dating. After his dad passed away in 2021, the Baxters were more kind to him. Luke started exercising with Carol, hung out more with the family, and became a regular visitor. The police searched Luke's home and found that he shared a room with his mom. Inside the room, police discovered a box of tack, similar to the one found in Carol Baxter a year earlier. They also found opened medicine capsules, fentanyl patches, and a collection of opened pills. What an important discovery! When Luke was arrested, officers checked his bag. Inside, they found used and unused fentanyl patches. Luke had access to these since his dad, Vernon DeWitt, who died in 2021, was prescribed this strong painkiller for his cancer. The remaining drug could be taken from the used patches. Luke explained to the officer that he kept them in his bag to return to a pharmacy, but hadn't done so yet. Do you believe this? Now, brace yourselves because Luke DeWitt's motives for hurting the Baxters weren't just about money. Police found disturbing photos of the Baxters on Luke's phone, including one from their conservatory that matched the scene of their discovery. On the day of the incident, Luke used an app called iHeartCam, often used for watching pets. He was watching the Baxters' final moments from his nearby home. In their search, police found over 80 electronic devices at Luke's place. These were used to talk to the Baxters, not as Luke, but under various fake names. Luke created more than 20 fake identities, including an American doctor who gave health advice to Carol and Stephen. This deception likely played a part in Carol's worsening health due to regular poisoning. How shocking. In February 2024, Luke DeWitt appeared in Chelmsford Crown Court for trial. He arrived in a wheelchair, claiming a leg issue, but didn't show any medical proof. The prosecution believed he faked the illness for jury sympathy. In court, Luke's lies were revealed. He had 7 main fake identities, such as Cheryl to befriend Carol. He also made up Dr. Andrea Bowden, a fake doctor from Florida, and Linda, another of the doctor's patients. Linda even warned Carol to follow Dr. Bowden's advice or face problems. Despite evidence showing Stephen wasn't involved, Luke's fake characters aimed to isolate Carol from her kids and ignore her UK doctor's advice. One persona, Jenny, even offered to help the Baxter's daughter with her singing dream. One of Luke's final fake personas was Dr. Alan Mandel. Pretending to be Dr. Mandel, he convinced the Baxters to try a liver detox in April 2023. He tricked Carol and Stephen into drinking a lethal mix, possibly using crushed Phenergan tablets and fentanyl, making them drowsy. After they were unconscious, Luke took £6,000 from Carol's iPad and created a fake will on his phone, giving him control of their company. Luke DeWitt was found guilty of 2 murders and got a life sentence with at least 37 years in prison. Post-trial, there were calls for more awareness of online scams. It led to discussions about stricter rules on social media to prevent similar tragedies. Now, what steps will you take to ensure online safety after hearing this story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.